Hey, what's up? It's Apple here, and I just feel like doing some building today in Adopt Me. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. It's just I build all the time for a lot of other people, but I think I need to have one for myself. So let's go ahead and add a new one. You know, maybe I should just do like a castle because I build a lot of people castles, but I don't build myself castles. So maybe I need one for myself. So let's buy a tiny house. And of course it's ugly on the inside, so we're just going to clear out all this ugliness. We don't need cardboard boxes. I know we just moved in, I get it, but I cannot stand when you move and you have all these cardboard boxes all around. I think that's good enough for now, except for this. This is quite ugly. Let's do this. Make it a little cuter in here so we don't see all ugly stuff every time we walk in here. Yeah, that works. So we're gonna have to go outside. So I got my cute little unicorn that my friend Star gave me. We're gonna go outside like this, put the stroller through, fly, get rid of the stroller, and then we're on the outside. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add a couple barriers here. That way we have somewhere to stand. And since it's outside, we're gonna make it green like grass. Just gonna add a few of these. That's if it lets me move it. Sometimes they want to be difficult. Okay, let's get off of her. And we're gonna have to have a bench. So since it's outside, I think we're gonna look for forest. Maybe put a cute little bench. Nature's bench is pretty. So this will be our entrance to get outside. So what I like to do, how I add my floors here, I usually use barriers because barriers are actually a lot cheaper than if you were to put flooring in. I've actually calculated, yes, you do get a little more area with the flooring, but kind of lagging here. But if you add it all up, it's still cheaper to go with the barriers for your floors. So when I want to add more, this is my little cheat I do. I put a block here, put one here, put it one space down, so you have something to put the barrier on it. So we'll get another barrier out, rotate it, and then we just place it on that block. Change the color, and put some more. So since we're going to have a castle here, I'm just going to have to add a lot of flooring till we get to that. So I'm going to go ahead and speed that up so you guys don't waste much time watching me put a bunch of barriers down. So I've got a pretty good base area for when you walk in. So I found the middle part and I put kind of like a brownish color. That way we could have a path. Now, what I think would be really cool is making it so you have to like walk through a forest. So I'm thinking about just maybe adding some trees. So we have like just a cute little forest to walk through. Because doesn't every great castle in the woods, you know, have a cute forest? So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get out some large blocks, make it a little easier. put it below. Now, if I want to use big trees, I want to place it down like 2 blocks. So 1, 2. Yeah. Let's start with like 1 away. So we'll get a tree out. I think these trees look good. That's a little too far down. I'm gonna go up 1 more block. That looks pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a whole row of trees here and on the other side of the path, so it's a cute little foresty area. You know what might be cute is, let's see, the forest. Here's the forest. What a forest arch, like you're walking into the forest. Like in order to pass through, you have to go through this. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a bunch of trees, let you guys watch. We'll speed it up so it doesn't take too long, because honestly, when you build castles and everything outside of it, it does take a lot of time to do a lot of times, because it's quite time consuming. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, and then we'll catch you on the next part. So now that I've got my trees put down, I'm going to go ahead and add some more barriers to the floor. And then it's going to cover up all the ugly parts here of the trees. So apparently, we got all these trees right for our forest. This one, unfortunately, These are up a little too high, so we need to go back, take this off, and redo the trees. So I'm going to go ahead and redo the trees and put the floor in, and I will see you after that. So I fixed this area so the trees look pretty awesome. So you walk in and you got the forest, you have to walk down the dirt path, and then I started changing this. You know what, let's make this one a dirt path too. And then I think right about here is where I think I want to have a wall. Every good castle needs a defense system. So why not just add a wall in here? Let's see how I want to do this. Probably gonna use some big blocks. Yeah, if we use the large blocks, actually, I think that we'll be able to make it so we can walk on top of it. So let's use a large block. For the wall, maybe do some gray tones, maybe some dark blue. I'm probably going to readjust the colors just depending on how it turns out. But we'll start with that for now. We want to make sure both sides are the exact same since it is a wall. Yeah. I think with the large blocks that'll be big enough where you could like go walk across it. That way you could have like somebody up top, you know, take a look out. Have a little watchtower on the sides maybe. There we go. So this would be the entrance into the wall. For the top, I'm probably just going to do something simple. Let's see. Oh, we could put like a glass in here so that people can't get through. And then we have some little windows, so if like every other one, let's put a window. Like that. That works. Line this back up. That is perfect. We're gonna need another one for over here. Let's get some more large blocks out and see how this window turned out. That worked perfectly. Look at that. Then our wall is going to still make us safe, but you can see through it. And then I think for every other one, we'll put that. So we'll do the same thing on this side. So I think I finished my front part. Well, we won't say finished because I still want to put a lot more detail into it. But at least, you know, when you walk in, you have your dirt path here that goes up to the wall, and you got a little forest going on around it. I'm definitely going to add more, so when we go through here, we get up to the wall and we have the pretty glass through it. And I'm going to add more to the wall, but I kind of don't want to finish the wall until I start getting my base for the castle, because I'm not really sure how big I want to do the castle, and it's really just going to depend on how big the castle is of how big the wall is going to be, because the wall is going to have to go all the way around it so it looks more legit. And if this was how wide the wall was going to be, at the corners here, I want to build kind of like a little watchtower going up. I think that would look really cute. And I'm going to have to add like stairs or probably a ladder so that you can actually walk on top of here. So that is what I've done so far. I kind of just put the forest around this area, like the walk path when you walk in. So like this area, I'm going to add something to it, and we got it on both sides here. Don't know what I want to add yet. It usually just comes to me as I'm building, but my next project is I'm going to go here through the wall. I'm going to add a lot more barriers to start my floor and the ground outside. And then I need to do like a little walk path that goes up to my castle. And then once we get the castle, like the base of the castle done, then we can finish the wall and the outside, and then we know exactly what we need to do. I think I kind of went a little overboard here on the size of it, but it's okay because, you know, I build so many people castles. I think that it'll be okay if I make myself quite a big castle. I think it'll be just fine. So I'm going to go start working on that, and I'm going to go make it go a little bit faster while I'm putting down the barriers, because as we know, they take absolutely forever to do. So that's what I'm going to work on next. So now that we've added some barriers here to and the inside of the wall, I think it's time to start building the castle because I'm not too sure how big it's going to get. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I think I have a pretty good idea. So what I want to do is I'm going to add 2 barriers here as a pathway. And I want it to kind of look like stone. So I feel like a gray would be a good color for it. So we're going to do 1. That's a little too dark. How about this one? That's perfect. So we're going to do 1 and 2. So this is going to kind of be the walkway. So my idea, and I am so excited about this idea, Like, you have no idea. Um, this is going to be like a little walk path to it, right? So on this side and on this side, I'm going to do like water. So like to make it look like water, I think I'm going to put mirrors because sometimes it looks like it. So we're going to kind of have like a little moat around it. Every great castle has a moat. So just so we don't get confused here, I'm going to make this a different color so we can make sure that this is our line where we're supposed to go. And to get to the castle, I kind of want to make like a little walk path area for the front entrance. So maybe 1, 2, probably 4 would be a good amount. I know it's more barriers, but you know, when it comes to building a castle, it takes a lot of barriers. It's insane how many it takes. I just really hope that I don't like run out of space to put things. Like, you know, you get that certain amount of items that you can put in a house, and then it's like, no, you have too many. That would make me so sad. So I think that's enough here. So that's our little walk path. This is going to be our entrance. So this is going to be like the doorway here. So we'll go ahead and elevate the next one. Yeah, we're going to elevate the next one so we know that that's our walk path, like the a staircase. Okay, so that's the beginning of our staircase. So let's do one on each side. Oops. I hate when you try to place something when you're in the glitch area and then it charges you for it, but then like you don't have the piece. It like went into oblivion or something. That is one of my biggest pet peeves because you just pretty much waste your money. And castles take a lot of money. So I know for a fact that I'm not going to have enough money to finish it, but at least I can get a lot of it done. And then we can go farm some money and take care of pets and babies. Then we'll get some more for it, but at least I got a pretty decent amount so far to work with it. So there's that. And I kind of want it to go around a little bit. Let's see. How are we going to do this? I'm going to add some more here. You know, I kind of feel like we need a bigger walk path instead of just 2. So maybe put this back. Maybe have it 3, and then, yep, 3 would be perfect. So that's as far as it's going to go for the walk path. And this part is the tricky part. You know what, we're going to make it simple and we're just going to keep it. We're going to keep it a square theme. It's fine. I don't want to put any angles on this because I don't want to waste too much time on it. Because it's already going to take me forever to do. I've already wasted so much time on it. But I'm telling you, this end result is going to be gorgeous. Okay. So this is our walk path. We can probably put this back to normal now. What we need to do is somehow get this to put mirrors on. So what we could do, probably do a floor. I like to use the thick one. And we'll put it right here. Yep. And then maybe a mirror. See if this even works. I use these because they actually work better in my opinion. Now the question is, can you place this on the mirror? No, you cannot put that on the mirror. Alright, so we're just gonna have to do it the hard way. Nothing new here. Okie dokie. So I'm not going to do all of it right now. I just kind of wanted to see what it was going to look like. And I think that's going to work out pretty awesome because it's going to make it look like it's water here. That is perfect. So that's going to go out and kind of like around it. But we'll do that on both sides. But before we finish that, we got to figure out how our entrance is going to work. And I kind of want to just make some like big stairs. So let's try to put some big stairs on here. Get our barriers back out. I'm probably only going to do 3 stairs. Like, I don't want to do too many. I think that's perfect. Okay, one more here, and then we're going to do one more set of stairs. And I think that's a pretty good distance for it. 1 block here, one of these types of blocks. I think that's a really good distance. I don't want the tiny stairs where it's kind of hard to get up. Oops. We don't have it far enough over, but that's okay. Okay, one more for the staircase. And then we get to start on the castle. So there's our staircase. Not too bad. I can't decide. Do we want to, you know what, I might just use these type of blocks as like a walk path, like around it, like here. We're gonna change the color to this. Maybe too high. We could do that on each side. That way it's kind of like a railing when you walk up the stairs. I think that works perfectly. So we'll just use these blocks. Stack them up. See this part, see sometimes like it's difficult to see what you're doing when it's daylight, and sometimes it's difficult to see what you're doing when it's nighttime. And unfortunately, it is nighttime and I wish it was daytime for this. It just kind of depends on what colors you're working on. Because like if you have a white block that you're trying to place, but it is daytime, it's kind of hard to see it because you got the clouds that are white. So it blends right in. So we're just going to put this little pathway up. Oh, you know what would look really cute? You know, I usually don't add like details until, you know, I've finished like the base of it. You know, I usually finish the structure before I put decorations and stuff, but if I have a good idea and like I don't want to forget it, I'll go ahead and add it in. That way I don't forget it, because I've had that happen before. It's like, oh, that would be like super cute, but let's not do it yet because I need to get this done first, and then I'll get the structure done, and then I'll go back and be like, you know what, I had a really good idea, what was it? And it's like, I totally forgot what it is. So I don't want to do that again. Especially when it's my castle. I mean, I put like a lot of effort in other people's castles. Like, you wouldn't believe it. Like, usually, you know, some people that build for others, they're just like, yeah, I can whip something up. But they just like do it like really fast. Well, when I do it, I literally put like my heart and soul into it, because you know, they're gonna tell people like, hey, Apple Pie built this, you know, and I don't want it to look bad. I wouldn't ever do ugly builds for people because that would just be like so mean. So what I was thinking, so the fall has some cute stuff. Let's see. We got like a small red panda statue that would look cute here. Or I'm not sure if the winter one has anything. It has an ice pedestal, Frost Fury statue, which is like super awesome. But you know what? It does not fit where I want it to fit, so that's not gonna work. What's an ice pedestal? Still too big for what we want it to be. Yeah, that's not gonna work. You know what? We're gonna go with the red pandas because look at that. It's like so cute. Like if they had gargoyles, it would have been perfect. But you know what? This is close enough to gargoyles. I think it'll be just fine. Let's get us another red panda. And see, this is why we're gonna run out of money, is because we're already buying stuff like this. But this is a must. Come on. Like when you walk up to the castle and it has those. Beautiful. I love it so much. Okay, so you're gonna walk up here, and I guess maybe have like a big archway or something. I think that'd be good. Let's go ahead and add a couple barriers here. Yeah, you know what? I'm so sick of saying the word barrier, but it's gotta happen. It really does. Like honestly, like if they kept track of this, like the items that I buy in Adopt Me, like when I'm building, they would totally be like, wow, why does she need so many barriers? But you cannot go wrong with them, in my opinion. So we're gonna go ahead and add this on. That way we have like somewhere to build on top of for our entryway. We just need to do one row, but I don't know why I'm struggling a little bit with it. But we're totally gonna get it. It's not a big deal. Let's see. So I'm not gonna put like the water feature kind of thing around at the moat. I'm not gonna do that until I get my structure up because I'm not quite too sure like how big it's gonna be or where it's gonna end. So I really don't want to waste all like the money on the mirrors and not have anywhere to put it. Okay, so now that we have our walkway, we can put like a little entryway at the end of this. So what better to use than a barrier? Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about it, but I have no idea what color I want this. What kind? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Do a white castle with like maybe like this color of gray as like an accent. I think that would look cute. Let's try that. And then if we change our mind, we can always go back and put a different color. I mean, it might take a while to put more, but you know, we gotta have this perfect. I feel like this is just too big of an entryway. So maybe do half a barrier more. I would say a half a barrier. Now, is that big enough? That's not that big. You know what? I think it's good. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. So we need to add another level to it, I believe. And we need to take out the blocks again. Blocks and barriers. That's like the most things that we use in here. We'll make this white. And for this one, it can actually go further. So we'll put this here. I think we're gonna have a little extra room where we're gonna have to put a big barrier in a small spot. But it's still cheaper than buying each block one by one. Well, that's not too bad. I don't feel too bad about that one. Let's put one more barrier here. And we have our entryway. Awesome. So I know the wall looks a little bare, but we're gonna put more onto the wall so it doesn't look that bad. But this is pretty cute so far. I'm kind of impressed with this. I really like this. I feel like maybe this part here could go out just a little further. Yeah, you know what? Let's add this a little bit more here. I'm always changing my mind about everything, but it's totally worth it. You can't just be like set on what you want to do to it, because as you're building, you're just going to have all these other ideas go in your head, and it's like you have to add them in. Because like there's so many different ways you can build a castle. So many different ideas and styles, and honestly, I don't know what style I'm going with yet. I don't exactly have a style or a theme. It's just all gonna have to come to me like, okay, well this looks good. Oh, this looks good. Oh, this looks good. It's not gonna be like just one set idea. Just like I didn't know I was gonna put red panda. We're gonna call them red panda gargoyles because they're supposed to be gargoyles, but they're red pandas. So we're gonna call them red panda gargoyles. Like I didn't know I was gonna put those, but then once I built that little like wall handrail kind of looking thing, I was like, you know, this has to go there. And I am so impressed with that. It is so cute. It's my favorite thing so far. So I'll put this here, and you know, when I start decorating it, I think it'd be really cute to have like a little seating area or something here. Put a couple benches maybe, and a little decoration. I think that would look superb. So I think what we need to do is have a little more room here. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm not going to talk your ear off with this next part, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm probably going to add some more mirrors so that we have our little water around here. I'm going to come up with an idea for a railing, and you know what, let's do the railing real fast because I think that'll be pretty easy and it won't take very long. So let's go ahead. No, I don't want to use these. We need a little more coverage, so I'm going to use a barrier. And we'll put it right at the entrance here. We'll give it one block over. And we will take, I think I'm going to use, let's go ahead and use bricks. I think bricks would look pretty. And do we want the same color? Let's do white. Yeah, we're going to do white. Gotta make sure we don't fall off since it's nighttime. We're gonna go over 2 blocks, put another one, skip 2 blocks, do another one, and then for the railing part, we're gonna turn this sideways and just stick it in the middle there. So I think that's a pretty decent railing. I'm gonna go ahead and do one whole side and see how it turns out, just to make sure that that's what we want to do. I totally feel like I'm gonna fall off here though. It's so trippy with the mirrors. But I mean, that's kind of like what we were aiming for, so it was perfect. We're getting there, we're almost done. My hand's kind of tired of clicking so much, but it's going to definitely be worth it in the end. I just hope that these will line up and they're not like too many spots. Oh, see, you know what? No, that's fine because we can go over 1 block. See how it's like over a little bit? That's fine because then we'll just put the railing all the way around this. So it's perfect. Let's go ahead and put the top part on this, so we can see what it looks like. The only reason I haven't made myself a castle is because, quite frankly, they just take too long to make. It just gets kind of tedious after a while. But I decided, you know, it's been a while since I've made one, so I might as well do it again. But how does that railing look? That is beautiful. I love the railing. And it's going to be so cute in the daytime because you'll see this, it'll look like water. I love that. So what I'm going to work on, and I'm going to speed it up so it doesn't, take so long. It would be like seriously like a 2-day video if I showed you everything step by step. So I showed you how to make that and how this was all made. So the next part that I'm going to do and speed up, I'm going to finish putting the railing all the way around here. And I'm going to probably put some more mirrors down. I'm not too sure if I want to do that yet. And then I'm going to add some barriers here to the entryway so that we can have a floor so we can figure out how we are building the castle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And these guys are so cute, but we'll see you soon. So we've done like a lot of building so far for our castle, and I think this will be a good stopping point for now. I need to get some more money because it's totally not going to be enough to finish it, but here is what we've done so far. So you get through, and here's your entranceway. You have a little forest around you. You go through the little archway. This is our giant wall, and we're definitely going to be adding more to literally everything you see. So this is definitely not the final product. So outside we have these 2 areas that we're going to build in. The wall's not done yet until we finish the castle, but when you walk in, you have a walkway around the wall, and you have our castle that we're starting. We're going to have water around here. You can see it's already looking cute. This is our little walkway up to the castle entrance. Probably going to add some seating and some cute stuff here. We have our red panda gargoyles that are so cute. So this is the entryway to the castle. Obviously we haven't done anything on the inside of the castle, but so far I think this is a really good start to our castle, and it looks like it's gonna end up being like super duper big. So this is definitely going to take a while, but for our first video on making the castle, I think this is a really good start. I think it turned out really, really cute, and I have so many ideas that I'm going to implement into it. So make sure you like and subscribe so that you can see what I do next to the castle. And then maybe, hopefully this video can help some people. I know a lot of people don't know how to make castles, so maybe this will help you and you can make your own. And if you do, please let me know. You can always go to my group on Roblox. It's called PieBunnies. You can see it down in the description. And if you join that, then you can communicate with me, and then I can come see your castles that you guys built, because I'm sure it is beautiful. So thank you for watching, and make sure you catch the next one so you can see what the castle turns into.